Most people believe that in order to make more money, they need to be everywhere to grow. I'm talking Instagram, I'm talking TikTok, LinkedIn, email, podcast, you name it. People are like, oh my goodness, I have to get on there. This is what's going to make more eyeballs on me. This is what's going to make me more money. But as a business growth consultant and business sustainability mentor, I can confidently say that not only does showing up everywhere cause burnout, it actually waters down your message. Why? Because trying to do everything usually means you're not doing anything very well. Marketing simplicity is about doing less, but ensuring that you're doing it better. So, for the person looking to get more visible and increase their conversions without showing up everywhere, this one's for you. Listen, you don't need another podcast teaching you the latest hack or overnight tricks to how to make money. What you need is a business that is actually going to last, one that grows with you, fuels your life, and doesn't burn you out. Insert me. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Built to Last. I'm Mara McDonald. I'm a business growth consultant and an online business sustainability mentor for entrepreneurs who are done chasing quick wins and ready to build something actually sustainable. Each week, I'm going to be sharing strategies, perspective shifts, and leadership lessons that will help you refine or expand your offers, simplify your marketing, and grow a business that's not only profitable, purposeful, but truly built to last. If you're ready to stop building for right now and start building for what's next, then let's dive in. Hello, 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 and welcome back to another episode of Built to Last. And before I get into this, let me just take a second and say thank you so much for being here. Truly, I relaunched this podcast, and the fact that we're already at 219 downloads means y'all missed me. And let me tell you, I'm not taking that for granted. I missed y'all too. And it feels so good to be back and helping you guys not only grow your business in a strategic way, but also in a simplified way, in a way that's truly built to last. So if you haven't already, make sure you send this to a friend, somebody who could really benefit from this. Anyway, you're listening to this podcast today because you want to continue to grow. You want to continue to market yourself. But the idea of showing up on all these different platforms, it overwhelms you. It doesn't feel very sustainable. And let me tell you a secret. It's because it's not very sustainable. But the problem is, everywhere you look, people are telling you, you need to be on TikTok. You need to be on Instagram. You need to be on LinkedIn. You need to go to networking events. You need. And what reality is you need to find a strategy that works for you. Now, that's the key thing here is strategy. And that's the very first thing I tell my clients and how they have to really understand how marketing truly works, right? If you want to have a strategy, something that's going to allow you to simplify the process, but also lead to conversions, you have to understand how marketing works. And the way marketing works is you need to have three key platforms, okay? A visibility platform, a nurturing platform, and a conversion platform. And we're going to talk about that a little bit today. But on top of that, you also have to really simplify the process, AKA repurposing, right? So all that, we're going to dive into it. But first, let's talk about the different platforms, right? Because that's the very starting point is you have to have three key platforms. A visibility platform, that's number one. And this is the place where you're going to meet new people and get new eyeballs on you. This is a numbers game, right? The more people you can get in front of, the more ideal clients you're going to call in, the more people who you can nurture, and the more conversions that you can end up having. And honestly, this is where you have to be very strategic. You have to think about where your ideal client is actually going to be, or else showing up and putting your stuff out there, it's doing something, right? But it might not be getting in front of your ideal client. So think about, where does your ideal client hang out? I'm talking podcasts. I'm talking podcast collaborations. I'm talking about other types of collaborations. I'm talking about strategic social media growth. Maybe this is networking events, right? This is where you get in front of your ideal client. This is where you get the eyeballs on you. Then comes your second platform. From your visibility platform, you drive people to your nurturing platform. And this is where you really deepen your relationships with those in your audience, where you really get to know them and they get to know you. It's not about the numbers here. It's about the relationships and the quality of the audience and the leads. Think newsletters. Think your own podcast. Think about a blog, a private community, the space that people go to trust you. This is where you're nurturing them, right? The visibility you're getting in front of people, but not all of them are going to convert into clients. But the people who really relate to your story, the people who are like, yes, this person gets me, they're the people who you want to now funnel to your converting platform. And that's the third platform you need. So you need a visibility platform, you need a nurturing platform, and then last but not least, you need a converting platform. And this is where you make your offer clear and you close your audience. Sometimes this can go hand in hand with your nurturing platform. For example, okay, if my nurturing platform is, let's say, Instagram stories, right? My converting platform is going to be Instagram DMs. So they can go hand in hand, but you want to ensure that you have a strategy behind it. These are your sales calls, your sales conversation, your sales process, your DMs, your sales page. This is where you make yes happen. When you combine those three things, oh, chef's kiss, let me tell you, you are going to be seeing not only more people, you're going to be seeing more ideal clients, and you're going to be seeing more conversions. Now, my job? My job is to help you figure out what platform is right for you and ensure that your messaging around your offers is designed for conversions. And that's the second thing I really want to talk about today. That's your positioning. Okay. You can have all three platforms, but if you're not positioning yourself as that leader, the strategy is only going to go so far. Positioning makes the strategy work. And positioning is the reason why someone chooses you instead of 10 other people who do the same thing. Think of it as your differentiation, right? Your thought leadership, your perspective. It's not so much about your knowledge. Well, that's also important. I'm going to be talking about that more in a further episode. But how you share, how you show your audience, how you use that knowledge to solve a specific problem. In my community, every single offer has positioning points. 5 key things that your content will always come back to so you can stand out as the leader and sign more clients. This is ongoing. Okay, and this is where people really drop the ball. Is they create the positioning points once and they say, "Okay, cool, I have my positioning points, now I'm done." But as you grow, as your audience grows, as you start to shift what it is that you do, as you add more offers in, you're going to have to refine those positioning points and get more clear so that way you're able to call in your audience. And I can hear y'all already. Okay. Okay. Sounds good, Mar. Sounds awesome. But I don't have time to post on 3 different platforms and also have positioning points for every single offer. I just don't have time for this. I thought you were going to simplify the scaling process. Now, y'all know I'm all about simplifying that scaling process. Y'all know I am known as a sustainability mentor. So that's when repurposing comes into play. And this is where the strategy, again, is going to be so important because most people think that repurposing means copy and pasting the same content on different platforms. That could be farther from the truth. That's not it. Repurposing is about reshaping your message so it works for the stage that it's on and also serves a purpose in your marketing strategy. So here's what you can do. Okay, here's how you can start to repurpose your content to actually see conversions and to be strategic with it. Number 1, take the core idea. This can be a perspective shift, it can be a client story, or, even an answer to a common question. You get the point, right? 2, translate it to each platform you're on and the purpose behind it. So for example, your visibility platform, you're not just going to copy and paste something onto your visibility, your nurturing, your converting. You have to change it up some. So for your visibility platform, you want something that will grab the attention and make someone stop scrolling, relate to the problem that you're answering, and then see you as the person that they want to learn more about. Your nurturing platform, if you post that, that's great, but it's more so serving as a visibility platform, right? You want to make sure that you're strategic on your nurturing platform. This is where you want to go deeper on that core idea. Share the stories, share the behind the scenes, share the frameworks, exactly how you would or how you have solved the problem. This is going to allow you to build trust. Now, again, now we're looking at the converting platforms. You're not going to copy and paste the same thing into your converting platforms. Can you imagine if somebody DMs you and sends the social media link and that's how they're trying to convert you into a sales conversation? Or if I'm on a sales call with you, I hop on there and I read an Instagram post. You're sitting there like, that doesn't make any sense. But then you're repurposing your content on multiple different platforms, thinking that it's serving the same purpose. And all it's doing is creating busy work for you. Because in your converting platform, you want to take that core idea, you want to take that nurturing idea, and you want to tie it back to your offer and give a call to action that directs them to where they can continue to work with you. Now, again, repurposing, you know the basis of it. Now, the last part of all this is where people roll their eyes, okay? You need to repeat yourself. Instead of creating 20 different pieces of content a week, I want you to focus on 1 or 2 strong ideas and stretch them. Change them up, create different hooks, create different stories around the same concept. Not only is this going to save you time, but it makes your messaging a little bit stickier. Because people have to hear the same thing over and over and over again in different ways in order for it to resonate. I'm going to give you an example. former teacher life. I cannot tell you, I taught high school kids, okay? I cannot tell you how many times I told kids, you don't have to raise your hand to go to the bathroom. If you have to go to the bathroom, you have 3 hall passes, go, sign your name, and just go to the bathroom. Don't interrupt my class, right? Don't interrupt my class. You don't have to raise your hand. You don't have to raise your hand. Guess how many times kids raise their hands? A lot. And they say, can I go to the bathroom? Because you have to repeat yourself. Now, halfway through the year, kids stop asking the question, right? They stop asking, hey, can I use the bathroom? They know they can just go and they have to use their hall pass, right? But they know the process, they know the procedure because they heard me say it 100 different times. The same thing can be said about your offers in business. You're going to have to repeat yourself. You're going to have to say it different ways because you know what? It's not going to stick in somebody's head the first time or the second time or coming from experience here 100 different times. It's going to take 101, 102. It's going to take a little bit for people to become aware of your process, of your offer. So, long story short, marketing doesn't have to be a full-time job. When you focus on visibility, nurturing, and converting, supported by strong positioning and smart repurposing, you're doing less, but you're doing it better. And that's when growth actually feels sustainable. So, share this with someone who could benefit, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so we can keep on growing together. I'm so glad you're here. Seriously. I hope you guys are excited to be here too. Until next time, you got this. I'm proud of you. I love you. McDonald out.